1992, we took all 7 of our children down to Cancun. We wanted to visit some of these Mayan sites like Chichen Itza and Tulum. But one morning, we went to a place called Coba. Unlike Chichen Itza and Tulum, it's not developed. It's still overgrown with jungle. The only things that had really been restored were 2 pyramids uncovered and a jeep trail between these 2 pyramids. We were the first ones there. In fact, we were the only ones there. And we hiked up to the top of the pyramid, the first pyramid, and it extended above the canopy of the jungle so that it appeared to be a sea of green. And out in the distance, you could see the second pyramid, the top of it, extend up above the canopy of the jungle. So we climbed down. We were going to go to the second pyramid and read from the Book of Mormon. And on the way, my little 4-year-old daughter needed to use the bathroom. So I took her on a little trail, side trail, off the jeep trail, where she could use the bathroom. But we found the reason why there was a trail, there was a stela. We invited the family in to see this stela, and we could see another one on the trail down the way, so we went to see the second stela. Then the trail turned parallel with the jeep trail, and we decided to follow it to a third stela, and then finally the trail ended. And I thought, well, we're not going to retrace. We're just going to take a little shortcut through the jungle to the jeep trail. We could not find the jeep trail. So we decided to walk back to the path. We could not find the path. The jungle was so dense, you can become so disoriented in there. We weren't too worried because the jeep trail was one side of a triangle, another side was a footpath on a map that we had, and a third side was a little lake. So we thought, well, if we walk for 10 minutes, we're going to reach one of these. We walked 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. We weren't getting to any. My wife had a panic attack in the middle of the jungle. I could see a huge tree through the leaves where we were, because her heart was racing. She was breathing heavy. I said, everybody wait here. I'm going to just go check out this big tree to see if my 17-year-old son can climb high enough to orient us to see where we are. And it wasn't long before I lost sight of this big tree. And so I decided, well, I'll just go back to the family. I could not find my family. That's how quickly you can become disoriented in this jungle. So I thought, I better not walk any further. So I yelled at the top of my lungs and followed their voices from the opposite direction I had been walking. So we got back. My 15-year-old daughter said, Dad, shouldn't we pray? So this is a family prayer on the floor of the jungle. And after the prayer, I asked each of the children and my wife, I want you to follow the impressions in your mind and your heart, which way we should walk. And we all had, I would say most of us, had this impression that we should walk in a specific direction. And it wasn't long before the children said, Mom's found a trail. And it was a little trail on the far side of the second pyramid. We had gone into deep jungle. We had crossed an ancient path, not knowing that we had crossed that third side of the triangle, and we were in deep jungle. If we hadn't gone in one specific direction, we would have been lost forever. I mean, it was an immense jungle. My knees became feeble at that moment. The Lord knows each one of us individually and answers our individual prayers.